Hello everyone and welcome to episode 56 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel as we're officially past the year point. And what a fun kind of year point that we have as far as IRL year point, as it is the Total Elimination Absolute Show, which is the Heavyweight Grand Prix, our biggest Grand Prix to date. It is going to be fucking ginormous. I'm sure it will go off without a hitch. I'm sure we'll have to have a lot of alternates. I'm sure it's just going to be a shit show. As we'll go through the mail, which is very, very quick, as it's only 3 pieces of mail, as Fedor has joined back with Red Devil Sport. Thank God, he should not have left in the first place, as Katsuya Inoue has extended his deal, and Jorge Masvidal joined Minnesota Martial Arts Academy. That was quick. Alright, so now on to the Heavyweight Grand Prix. Let's waste no time here, because this video is going to be like an hour and a half long. If every fight goes the distance, yeah, this is going to be a long-ass night. As far as you see there, our combatants for this Heavyweight Grand Prix, it is, some interesting names to be on this list, and some interesting, I'm sure there's, Tom Erickson missed out on being in the Heavyweight Grand Prix because he was hurt. I'm trying to think who else, as far as, he's definitely an alternate for sure. There's a couple of alternates we have. As our main event of the fucking Heavyweight Grand Prix, it's Andre the Pitbull Arlovsky taking on Cro Cop. Jesus Christ. This is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see it. Someone's going to get knocked the fuck out, as Cro Cop has finished all of his last 5 opponents, as Arlovsky has finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. This is now the 3rd time that the 2 men have main evented a Pride event, as I'm just going to open up this bottle of water now. I already know it's going to be a long night, as Arlovsky has finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. They're both world-ranked super heavyweights, as Arlovsky's 3rd, Cro Cop's 18th. Cro Cop trains at Golden Glory, which Arlovsky has an all-out record of 1-1 against other current members of that team, as Arlovsky has the 7-0 Blur Cat staff picks. I would not count out Cro Cop. It just takes one head kick, as Sergey Korotneroff taking on the last Emperor, Fedor Emelianenko. Again, wild that this is a first-round matchup, as these 2 men are fucking fantastic and 2 of Russia's best, battling it out, not even in the main event, and co-main event, as Sergey has finished off 3 of his last 5 opponents. Both fighters are world-ranked super heavyweights, as Fedor is 6th, Korotneroff is 8th. First time they have fought against each other, and Fedor has the Blur Cat staff picks 5-2 though, so it's still very close. As El Dorado Pete Williams taking on Roman Savaca, as Pete Williams has done a tremendous job, as Roman has submitted 3 of his last 5 opponents. Pete Williams has finished 3 of his last 5 opponents, as Williams trains at Lion's Den, which Roman has an overall record of 0-2 against other members of that team. Pete Williams is the 3rd-ranked heavyweight in middleweight, as he is the 3rd-ranked heavyweight in Pride, as Roman is 10th. This is the Pride debut for Roman, as he has a Blur Cat staff picks of 6-1 though against Harry is backing him. It's gonna be tough though. Pete Williams is a bad motherfucker. So as Alistair the Demolition Man Overeem taking on Tim the Maniac Silva. What an opportunity for Tim Silva this is, and what a big-time fight, as Silva's finished 4 of his last 5 opponents. Overeem has won 4 of his last 5 fights by knockout. He is 5th ranked in the super heavyweights, as Tim Silva is ranked 23rd, so both world-ranked heavyweights, super heavyweights to be exact. This is the first time they have fought. Silva's going to enjoy a significant weight advantage and a 5-inch reach advantage, so we'll see if that'll play into a factor. According to the Blur Cat staff picks, that's not going to matter, as it's 6-1 with Sean, the lone backer for Tim Silva. It's Big Ben Rothwell taking on Pedro the Rock Hizzo. What a big-time fight for Big Ben Rothwell, Jesus. I mean, this is a big-time man. Pedro Hizzo is a bad man. He is a man not to be fucked with, as this is obviously another first-round matchup for the Pride Heavyweight, the Pride FC Heavyweight Grand Prix. Ben Rothwell has finished 4 of his last 5 opponents. Both fighters are world-ranked super heavyweights, as Hizzo is 7th, Rothwell is 22nd. Hizzo is got the Blur Cat stat picks 6-1, even though Ben Rothwell has a significant weight advantage. As the Bayface Assassin, Josh Barnett taking on the Zen Machine, Mario Sparrow. As Mario Sparrow, usually in the middleweight, it was a light heavyweight champion in rings and was on an incredible run. As I will just click and show you that he's 15-3 as a whole, but he won from June of 2000 all the way to November of 2004. Beating the likes of Frank Shamrock. That's a big time win against Frank Shamrock. Though he's lost to Alistair Overeem and he just lost to Louise Herring before calling him up and seeing what he can do. And being this heavyweight Grand Prix, he's got Josh Barnett, which obviously Josh Barnett is no slouch, as Mario Sparrow has submitted 3 of his last 5 opponents. He trains at WMMA Jiu-Jitsu, which Barnett has a record of 1-0 against other members of that team. Now, Josh Barnett, he has not won since February 2004, which is a 2-year stint of losing, as he has had a tough go of it. Lost to Pete Williams in American Vegeta 4. American Vegeta 5, he gets knocked out in TKO by Andre Arlovsky. Then, American Vegeta 7 gets knocked out by Sergey Korotneroff. So, 3 tough losses back-to-back-to-back. Though he did beat Alistair Overeem, was his last one. Granted, that was a split decision. But then he lost to Big Nog, beat Kevin Randleman, and he lost to Igor. And then that's it. And then he lost to Kevin Randleman back at in the UFC title fight at UFC 35. So, I mean, he's came a long way, but I think Josh Barnett, he's going to get the win here. As the first time they have fought, Barnett's going to have a significant weight advantage, obviously, with Mario, bouncing up from light heavyweight to heavyweight. And Josh Barnett, pretty big heavyweight. He usually fights about 245, from what I remember. So that's going to be, at least 20 pounds on him. And then, but Mario does have a 5-inch reach advantage, so maybe that can play into a factor. I don't think so. He's not really a striker. Josh Barnett 7-0 on the Blue Cat staff picks. The Texas Crazy Horse, Heath Herring, taking on Rafael Carino, as Carino submitted as finished 3 of his last 5. I don't know why I keep on wanting to say submitted, as he's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. Both fighters are world ranked super heavyweights. Heath Herring is 14th, Carino's 21st. First time they have fought, Herring with the Blue Cat staff picks 7-0. As Gary Big Daddy Goodrich taking on the Boa Constrictor, Alexei Olynyk. Olynyk trains at Red Devil Sport, which Gary Goodrich has an overall record of 0-1 against other current members of that team, and Goodrich trains at Hammer House, which Alexei Olynyk has an overall record of 0-1 against other current members of that team. So, 2 men who are going to get a win against that camp, unless there's a draw, I guess. We can't really count that out, as we've seen it happen. So Gary Goodrich is the 17th ranked heavyweight in Pride. Alexei Olynyk's the 24th ranked heavyweight in Pride. As Goodrich will have a significant weight advantage, I'm not going to count him out. Listen, the Blur Cast half picks 7-0. I've seen this man knock some fuckers out in an instant. That's a bad man. Gary Goodrich is the king of the streets. Marco Hus taking on Rico Suave Rodriguez. As both fighters are world ranked super heavyweights. As Marco Hus is 12th, Rodriguez is 20th. Rodriguez trains at Lions Den, which Marco Hus has a record of 0-1 against other current members of that team. Marco Hus, another one, hasn't won in a while, since February 2004. As he has lost to the likes of Big Nog and Alistair Overeem. So nothing crazy. Obviously, it's just he's only taken on 2 fights and got knocked out by a head kick. Oh no, I think that was a body kick, actually. I think that was, if I remember correctly. As we can just see if it tells us. Nope, just says the kick. Could have swore it was a body kick. Could have swore. Because I think that was the only time that body kick knocked somebody out. But, he's had a tough go of it, but here, he is the underdog, according to the Blurcast staff picks, is Rico Rodriguez, 5-2, with him having the significant weight advantage. That's also going to play a factor in this as well. Tsuyoshi Kashka taking on the Predator Don Fry, TK taking on the Predator. Don Fry's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. Fry trains at Minnesota Martial Arts Academy, which TK is on a record of 1-0 against other members of Team K. As Tsuyoshi Kashka has not won since August of 2003. It's at a 3-fight losing streak, or 3-year losing streak, and a 3-fight losing streak, as he lost to Sergey Korotneroff, Mirko Cro Cop, and Pete Williams. So again, 3 guys are very, very talented, as they just beat Alexei Olynyk before that 3-fight losing streak, and they lost to Fedor, which is Fedor Emelianenko. Jesus, it's a tough one for him. But Don Fry, who it's a close one according to the Blurcast Epics. He's 4-4 in Pride FC. He just beat Fabrizio Verdun by a split decision. He lost to Alexei Olynyk. He's beaten Bob Sapp, Oleg Takritov, and then Yoshida Takayama. Then before that, he was on a 3-fight losing streak, losing to Ogawa, Mark Coleman, and Andre Arlovsky. So he's had a good bit of success in Pride FC, much better than Tsuyoshi Kashka has. But it's going to be a good fight, though. Obviously, 2 men are not like in the top-ranked super heavyweights, or even the heavyweights for that matter, in the world. But I think they're going to give a hell of a performance. It's Naoya Ogawa taking on Mark the Hammer Coleman. They have fought once before, back at the co-main event of Pride 19, Bad Blood, which was in 2002. Mark Coleman won that by unanimous decision. As Coleman trains at Hammer House, Ogawa has a record of 1-0 against other members of that team. Coleman has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision, and in betting odds have Coleman as a large margin favorite which that's not good. But I figured we can give Ogawa a chance to redeem himself. But Mark Coleman's probably going to beat the fuck out of him. As the Smashing Machine, Mark Kerr taking on the Hurricane. Give it Yavel. 2 men are coming back from Rings FC. I was about to say Rings FC, just Rings. As Mark Kerr, poor Mark Kerr, he lost 5 straight. Put him down the rings would be like, let's see what he can do. He beat Henry Miller, then he beat Roman Savaca twice, once for the Rings heavyweight title, then to defend his Rings heavyweight title. So this is just going to be awesome for him to just kind of bounce back in Pride FC after being gone since 2003, as he's taking on Gilbert Yavel, who has had, he was 0-5 in Pride, first of all. We brought him up because we needed him to, we just ran out of heavyweights, that could be ready to fight. Like Kevin Reineman was supposed to be in this, but he is going to be, I believe he's still going to be injured by the time, obviously now as the show's run. But he'll be an alternate as well. But he's won 4 straight. Granted, his 4 wins have been against, Wes Combs, Kazunori Murakami, Sean O'Hare, and then, again, Wes Combs. So, 2 pro wrestlers and then Wes Combs twice. So, nothing too crazy. I'm sure Mark Kerr will probably beat him. But I will say this, the Blurcat staff picks, have it 5-2 with Mark Kerr. So, I mean, there is 2 people backing Gilbert Yavel. It's the man who lost to the Twister. We're going to the prelims. Alright, I guess they're done with the analysis. As we have Roy Big Country Nelson taking on Valentin Overeem. 16-13, 5-1. Las Vegas, Nevada. Amsterdam, Netherlands. As obviously more like Holland, but kickboxing, grappling for Valentin Overeem. Kung Fu and Jiu-Jitsu for Roy Big Country Nelson. As man oh man. This is going to be, for obviously Valentin Overeem, who's had, damn near over 30 fights now, or Roy Nelson's only had 6 fights, so there's a bit of that kind of style clash. But it looks like, Roy Nelson, at least he's a slight underdog with plus 140. This is going to be a hell of a fight. They're both 29 years old. Both can kind of do stand-up and do groundwork, so this should be a hell of a fight. There's Minnesota Martial Arts Academy against Takata Dojo. The fucking heavyweight Grand Prix. Here we go, Big John McCarthy. So our referee, our judges, Overeem's giving up at least 35 pounds. As Roy Nelson, 6 foot 265. I love it. As touch of gloves right out of the gate. Nelson steps in looking to strike. Overeem, he hits the jab in the exchange. As then Nelson throws 2 quick punches, but doesn't hit either of them. There's a left jab, but Overeem avoids the big right. There's a left jab, and then again Overeem avoids the big right. 2 fighters come in and engage. Overeem dodges the right hand, counterattacks with a glancing blow with a high kick. Does not knock him out. That was 2 combatants meeting in the center, start to strike. There's a left jab and also a leg kick. There's a good right hand from Roy Nelson. There's a quick exchange of strikes, doesn't lead to anything. Rolls his shoulders to relax him, moves forward. There's a takedown attempt from Overeem. He gets it. Nelson has to pull guard. And guard held. Overeem's couldn't just throw a couple punches to the body. Blocks attempted sweep, fires up a few punches. Doing a great job. It's Valentin Overeem on top. As he's going to keep him there for a while, trying to sweep, but he can't do it. Still just throwing strikes, halfway point. They stand him back up, step in and strike. Both fighters do. Misses the big right hand, putting him off balance, and there's a left jab and a right hook. Now, Roy Nelson's already almost blown up. He's slowing down just a little. Punch from Nelson fails to land. Overeem takes a chance, grabs Nelson to a clinch. Trying to muscle him against the ropes. He can't move Nelson at all, and he finds himself being out-wrestled. As Overeem out-wrestles Nelson and takes control of the grapple. Using his wrestling skills, Overeem is trying to push him up against the ropes. As he doesn't manage those, Nelson defends it well. Looking to muscle Overeem back up against the ropes. He ended up back against the ropes. Nelson smothers Overeem against the ropes, then hits him with a knee strike to the ribs. As Nelson doesn't look like he has much left in the tank already, he is just blown the fuck up. As Overeem waits for Nelson to lift a leg, attempt a foot stomp, and turns him around so he can, now his back is up against the ropes. Now he's looking for the trip takedown. He does so. Valentin Overeem just doing a tremendous job. He's got the back. Trying to get both hooks in, but he can't. He's trying to roll him, but he can't. As now, he keeps blocking the hooks. Great job by Roy Nelson, just trying to fight to stay alive here. Can't turn him over either. Just pounding away on them now, and that's the end of the first round. Obviously, all Valentin Overeem. Wouldn't see it with the takedowns and the strikes on the ground. If Roy Nelson's going to end up winning this fight, which don't think it's going to happen, he's going to have to knock him out at this point. Is one last round. Nelson comes forward. Looking to force a strike exchange. Overeem hits 2 left hands in the counter. There's a crunching right hook. Both fighters meet in the center, though, as Overeem hits a jab and also scores the spin kick to the ribs. There's a great right hook from Roy Nelson. Now, Overeem's starting to breathe a little heavier now. Two fighters come together and strike, but it's really tentative, and really nothing comes of it. Again, nothing really comes of it. Now, he's just trying to clinch up now. So Roy Nelson, he is blown up. He isn't going anywhere, though. As Overeem gets out wrestled in the grapple, Nelson takes control, as Nelson's just on the fucking verge of exhaustion. He might die out there. As Overeem stops the attempted trip, then uses wrestling to take control of the grapple. Now he's looking to muscle Nelson up against the ropes, but Nelson isn't going anywhere, though. So there's a big knee strike to the body, trying to wrestle him against the ropes. Now he does so. He's got him stuck. Now he's looking for the takedown. He does so. There's a leg pull, able to secure side control. He's 3 for 3 on takedowns. The final minute left in the fight. Punches down on Roy Nelson, with easily taking on the gloves. He's unable to land many clean shots now. There's several good shots. Probably would have ended it by TKO, but the bell rings to end out the fight. Valentino Overeem winning by unanimous decision there. Poor Roy Nelson. He just, I wouldn't say he was outmatched, because you see the betting lines were close, but I don't think he really had a chance. Standing up-wise, he was landing some good shots. He had some good hooks and some power shots, but just could not knock him out. Couldn't do it. But Valentino Overeem advancing to the next round. Gives a name check to everyone at the Takata Dojo, all of his various sponsors, and all of his friends, family, and supporters. Praises Nelson for a tough fight. Let's see if fucking Alistair joins him into the next round. As Jerome Lee Banner taking on the Ironhead, Kazuchika Vegeta. Man, Kazuchika Vegeta, obviously the wrestlers usually have a better advantage against the kickboxers. This man lived to fight another day against Cro Cop, taking one of those head kicks. Ironhead, that is a well-deserved nickname. Jerome Lee Banner, though, is a big motherfucker, 6'3", 260, but Kazuchika Vegeta is own right, 6', 240, doing it for the pro wrestlers, as a 7-4, 5-3, obviously two men that lack the experience as far as fight records, as having the amount of fights they have compared to a lot of these other guys, but they do have their experience with age, 35 years old, 33 years old, minus 500 for Kazuchika Vegeta, plus 390 for Jerome Lee Banner. See if another Takata Dojo member is going to join the next round, or if Jerome Lee Banner going to have the upset. So Juan Takayama is our referee. Our ringside judges roar from the crowd as Kazuchika Vegeta enters. He's from around here, so here we go. They touch gloves. Vegeta right out of the gate tries to shoot in. He gets the takedown. He's almost gets side control of it, but he has to settle for half guard. As Vegeta keeps Lee Banner guessing with a few quick strikes, trying to pass half guard. He does so now. He's got side control, looking for mount. As he tries to sweep, but from the mount of the attempt, but he gets rolled and gives up his back. Can't get the looks in, though. Lee Banner tries to turn over. As, wow, he turns him over. And twists so that now he's up on top. Wow, what a great job by Jerome Lee Banner on the bottom now. From doing the twist to where now he's on top. Now he's just throwing a couple punches to the body. Not allowing his opponent any room to work with submissions wise, just keeping close contact, throwing short, stinging strikes. Vegeta pulls Lee Banner in close. Hits a couple of short, sharp punches to the side of the head there. Clings very tightly to Vegeta while using short strikes, clearly just trying to minimize the threat of a submission. As now Vegeta brings his legs up, trying to get a triangle choke. He does! Triangle choke! I'll be damned. This Kazuchika Vegeta wins by triangle. I did not see that going as far as triangle choke would be the winner of that bout. But Kazuchika Vegeta advancing to the second round board. Jerome Lee Banner 5-4. When's the last time he's won a fight? As he beat Bob Sapp at Shockwave 2004. So been 2 years, but his first fight in 2006 does not go his way, losing to Kazuchika Vegeta, who's 8-4, who's on a 2-fight win streak now after beating Yoshida. There we go. As giving thanks, Kazuchika Vegeta praises his team at Takata Dojo, his various sponsors, and all of his fans who came out supporting him, as he has a lot of respect for Jerome Lee Banner and praises toughness. As the Russian Bear, Olynyk Takritov, taking on Yoshida Takayama. Now, Olynyk probably should not be in this. He is 0-3, has not won a Pride FC event, but again, or has not won at a Pride FC event, but again, we kind of ran out of names as far as who should be in this. Probably because, we had such a big-ass tournament. Probably shouldn't have done that, but it's still exciting and fun. But he has beaten Pete Williams, though, in the past. Granted, that was 2001, a much different Pete Williams, but he has beaten him. That does give him something, as he's lost to TK, Don Fry, and Mark Coleman. So 3 guys that he probably shouldn't have lost to. But, or at least TK probably shouldn't have. Let's just kind of see if the betting lines. We don't get to see him. We get to see Don Fry's. Don Fry, though, that was an upset. He probably should be Don Fry, but He got knocked the fuck out. That was for America. And Yoshihiro Takayama, a losing record, but he is Yoshihiro Takayama, so I had to have him in this. He did beat Peter Arts, though, which I did not expect that to happen. He's beaten Takashi Sugiura, and he's beaten Jerome Lee Banner. Beating the kickboxers, which is just sad. Poor kickboxers getting their fucking ass kicked. But this should be an interesting one. Obviously, Sambo, Judo, catch wrestling for Yoshihiro Takayama. This is probably going to go to the ground. We'll see what happens, though. Two old men, 38 and 39 years old. That's how this heavyweight division goes, though. As Yoshihiro Takayama does have a huge-ass weight advantage, 45 pounds. As that's just nuts. As Takayama, unsurprisingly, gets a loud ovation from the crowd. So here we go, though. As Olynyk, right out of the gate, looking for the takedown. He's got it, catches him in half guard, though, is Olynyk, and now he's trying to pass. He gains side control after getting his leg free from half guard. Now looking for a knee bar. Doesn't allow the knee bar. Looking for a knee bar again. And he's got it. It's 2 minutes. Quick work for Olynyk as he gets the knee bar win. Obviously, minus 960 on the betting lines. That was a given. Just an easy... Poor Olynyk Takritov getting an easy win there. Thanks all of his sponsors for backing him. Also thanks his family, friends, and supporters. It's Bob Sapp taking on Hideki Yoshida. 2-4, 3-2 to another man with a losing record. It's Bob Sapp. His 2 wins were against, I believe, Takayama and Gilbert Yavel. That is correct. But he's lost to Don Fry, Drumley Banner, and Neo Ogawa. So now he's got Hideki Yoshida, obviously a fucking gold medalist in judo. That he has not faced on any man quite like Bob Sapp at 6'5", 265. Just a giant human. As he is going to tower over Hideki Yoshida at 5'11", 220. Just so funny. At 220 pounds, now he's the smaller man. I'm sure Hideki Yoshida not used to that as in the fighting world. But brawler is Bob Sapp. Judo is Hideki Yoshida. Both men, no team. Minus 370, plus 290 for the betting lines there. As again, another spot in the heavyweight Grand Prix awaits for the second round. As Hideki Nagumo's our referee, our ringside judges, again giving up at least 45 pounds. I didn't bother Olynyk, though, so let's see if that happens here with Yoshida, as Yoshida unsurprisingly gets a loud ovation from the crowd as he makes his entrance. We're on the way, they touch gloves. Sapp comes in, closes in on Yoshida, looks to unleash some strikes. They appear to be going to try and get in close, but Sapp took the initiative. There's a jab that lands, but he misses the vicious right hand. Yoshida steps forward, willing to take a few shots as long as he gets close enough to wrestle. A 1-2 from Sapp fails to land. Yoshida is able to grab Sapp, trying to wrestle him against the ribs. He does so, now he's got him pinned. Sapp using his wrestling skill to prevent some dirty boxing from happening. There's a few short punches of the ribs by Bob Sapp. Again, trying to start some dirty boxing, but Bob Sapp doing a great job. He's seizing that chance to create some space and breaking free. Sapp throws a punch. Yoshida was equal to it. Again, Yoshida seizes that chance and grabs him into a clinch, trying to push him against the ropes. So he can't do it, though. Sapp defends it well. Trying to muscle him against the ropes. Again, he can't do it. I was surprised he did it the first time. He does it here, though, after third time's the charm. Trying to use some dirty boxing, but again, Sapp sees that chance. So this is just a kind of stalemate between the two. Bob Sapp, we're about 4 minutes in, is already taking some deep breaths as he is blown up. There's a 10 of left hand from Yoshida as Sapp fails to find him his jab, but he scores the right cross and lands hard. As now Sapp doesn't look like as much left of the tank. It looked like we're about to see Yoshida try and get some grappling sword, but Sapp was more aggressive, took the initiative. Sapp can't connect with the step strikes. There's a right cross that lands hard. 2-punch combo from Yoshida, but avoids both of them. Sapp connects with a jab, but Yoshida avoids the big right. Throws a quick punch, doesn't hit it. Yoshida again able to grab Sapp. Ends up with his back to the ropes. There's a knee to the side of the stomach. Halfway point in the first round, there's a knee strike just above the hip. As there's a hard foot stomp. As they're looking for a knee strike to the thigh, but Sapp again works enough space to pull clear and circle out. Now Yoshida's the one slowing down just a little as they're starting to get into the gas tank. Stepping forward, willing to take a few shots as long as it's close enough to wrestle again. Quick punch, doesn't hit though from Sapp. It looks like he doesn't have a lot left to give already. So Yoshida seizes that chance, grabs Sapp into the clinch, defends himself against the attempted knee strike. As Yoshida uses that knee strike from the grapple and catches Sapp to the side of the stomach with it. Again, trying to push him against the ropes. He doesn't manage it though. Sapp defends it well. There's a knee strike to the body. Another knee strike to the side of the stomach. Another one to the side. Oh my, a fourth one to the side of the stomach. As he gets caught with a knee strike to the body. These just knees must be killing poor Bob Sapp. Now he's got him pinned. There's a knee strike to the inside of the thigh. There's another knee to the thigh area. Knee to the side of the stomach. Minute left. as he's trying to use a knee strike from the clinch rather, but Sapp at that time is able to block it. There's a knee strike to the thigh, as he tries to knee Sapp, but he wrestles free. It circles back to the center, as Sapp looks utterly exhausted. He has absolutely nothing left in the tank as we end out the first round. He just always grimacing slightly though about that clock, as in looking to throw. Maybe he's going to try to knock him out before the end of the first round. There's a 1-2, but doesn't land either blow. Yeah, he tried, but failed. As I'm going to take a swig of water here, as we're going to have the timer go. As alright, Yoshida got the takedown. Now he's trying to pass the guard. It's the half guard. Now begins trying to get his leg free so he can get better position. As he's too skilled. Now he's inside control. Fouls up a few punches. They're thrown without any great force. There's a few strikes there without venom. Attempts a Kimura, and he gets the Kimura as he grabs that. He gets that Kimura, twists that arm backwards, and Sapp has to tap. Bob Sapp tapping out by submission. Our third submission of the fucking night, I believe. That's just it's been the night for submissions. Obviously, a lot of difference of with wrestlers, and just we're seeing it there as far as so far early on the prelims, as Hideki Yoshida thanks all of his sponsors for backing him. Also thanks his family, friends, and supporters. He praises Bob Sapp for the tough fight. The smashing machine, Mark Kerr, taking on the Hurricane, Gilbert Yavel. What a tough fight this will be. Both men, and both men definitely wanting their to change their winning fortunes in Pride FC. 15-6-1 no contest for Mark Kerr. 26-16 for Gilbert Yavel. Amsterdam, Holland. Toledo, Ohio. Wrestling, Muay Thai backgrounds, again a wrestler against a Muay Thai guy. Lions Den for Mark Kerr. No team for Gilbert Yavel. -390, +310. As again, for a spot in the second round of the Heavyweight Grand Prix, our ringside judges. Yavel, again, facing a major size difference. So far, that has worked into the favor of the smaller man. Let's see if that will change here. At 6'1", 260, Mark Kerr, a fucking machine. A smashing machine, to be exact. As deliberately does not touch gloves to start, does Gilbert Yavel. Comes forward and fast, lands 3 quick punches, and then scores a lovely right head kick. And that is bad news for Mark Kerr, who is looking punch drunk. He is in big trouble. As Yavel clips Kerr with a right hand, but didn't catch it clean enough to do any real damage. As he can't hit the left jab, but he hits a beauty of a straight right. Kerr keeps slightly out of range, looking for a chance to dart and start grappling. Yavel lands a left jab, and then a slithering kick to the legs. Gilbert Yavel has came to fuck somebody up. I cannot believe that. 2 minutes in, though, Mark Kerr, he got fucked up, but he still has not had a knockdown yet. As a quick punch doesn't hit it, though. Kerr's rushing in, worried about potentially getting in if he gets close enough to grapple. And there's another beautiful right head kick. As, he is covering up. Mark Kerr backs off until trapped against the ropes. Yavel may have rocked him as he steps in and tries to knee Kerr, but it's an awkward angle, doesn't hit it, though. As now he's gotten his wits again. Does Mark Kerr. Looks like he wants to grapple, but the threat of getting hit is keeping him from rushing in. As there's a jab that fails to find the home, but hits Kerr with a leg kick. There's another high right head kick. Steps in, looking to unleash. There's a left jab and a vicious, and there's a big right hand. As he is on rubbly legs, all of a sudden that last shot must have rattled him for the third time, and there's the big right hand. Finally gets the knockdown. Quickly pounces, looking to rain punches on the stunned Mark Kerr. Unloads with massive rights, and Mark Kerr is just getting fucking black. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Gilbert Yavel was on a mission to fuck that man up. Poor Mark Kerr does not win in his return, but Gilbert Yavel does. As now, Mark Kerr 15-7 one no contest. Gilbert Yavel 27-16. What a fight that was. Impressive as hell to see Gilbert Yavel do so well. As he thanks all of his sponsors for backing and also thanks his family, friends, and supporters. Asks who he wants to fight next. He says that he has been told that Gabriel Gonzaga has requested a fight with him, so he'll accept the fight and beat some respect into him. Jesus Christ. That might have to wait until the end of the Grand Prix for that. As Naoya Ogawa taking on Mark the Hammer Coleman. As Naoya Ogawa battling Mark the Hammer Coleman. As Ogawa 8-5. Mark Coleman 14-7. Obviously minus 680 for Mark Coleman. So far, the smaller the two men of the heavyweights battles so far has gone their way. So you're going to see here probably going to go the same way with Mark Coleman. Presumably going to get a win here against Naoya Ogawa unless a major upset happens. As Judo gets wrestling 8-5, 14-7. So Osaka, Japan, Columbus, Ohio. Hammer House, no team for Ogawa. See what happens here. As Iwan Takawa is our referee. Ringside judges, we are underway. There's a touch of gloves right out of the gate. They come in close and clinch. Coleman manages to aggressively get good position in the clinch using his wrestling skills. Coleman's trying to push Ogawa up against the ropes. He does it, and now Ogawa's stuck with his back up against the ropes. Ogawa wrestles back against Coleman, turning him around so that now his back is up against the ropes. There's a judo throw from Ogawa. Excellent. Outside leg trip, sweeping Coleman to the mat. As now Ogawa looking to get past half guard. As Coleman finds his opponent too skilled, and oh my god, from half guard to full mount is Naoya Ogawa. He is pounding away, landing several great shots that rock Mark Coleman. Oh my fucking god. As now he has to turn away, giving up his back. I cannot believe Ogawa is just doing a great job. Now he's got both hooks in. Looking for the rear naked choke. He taps him. What an upset. The fucking Ohio boys are just fucking cursed in this save. I thought I was like, alright, well, at least someone from Ohio is going to get in the second round. That is not the case. As Naoya Ogawa fucks him up after the judo throw from half guard to full mount in an instant, then just takes the back, got both hooks in, rear naked choke. Unbelievable. 9-5 is Naoya Ogawa. Mark Coleman, 14-8 now. As Naoya Ogawa thanks the sponsors of all of his fans. Angry about it being called an upset, Ogawa claims that anyone who knows anything about MMA should have made him the favorite, as he knows he was better than Mark Coleman. He has proven it. Jesus Christ, Ogawa just throwing some major shade. There's our last prelim fight. It's TK, Tsuyoshi Kashka, taking on the Predator Don Fry. 22-15-1 is TK, 15-5 is Don Fry. Judo background for TK. Wrestling, boxing background for Don Fry. Again, the smaller man has had the advantage. We'll see if TK keeps that going here for this card. It's no team for TK. Minnesota Martial Arts Academy for Don Fry. -110, so two men on even playing fields. 36 years old, 40 years old. The two men here. Sadeki Naguma's our referee. Our ringside judges roar from the crowd as Kashka enters. He's from around here. We are underway. Rather, obviously, ignores the offer to touch gloves to begin with, does TK. Fry confidently comes in closer. That jab is wide from Don Fry. He hits a nice straight right hand that lands hard. Steps in looking to unleash this Don Fry. They can't connect the sub strikes. There's a straight right hand. Can't hit the sub left jab. There's a big right hand. He just keeps fucking up here. There's a quick punch. Doesn't land it though. Punch from Fry fails to land. Moves in fast. Clinches with Don Fry. Trying to wrestle him against the ropes. Fry finds himself being out wrestled. As now looking for the trip takedown. Doesn't get it though. Kashka blocked the attempt to move him. Now Don Fry again looking for the takedown. And again, Kashka does not do it. Now he finds himself being out wrestled again. Kashka now has control of it. Trying to go up against the ropes. As oh, wait a minute. There we go. As they find himself being out wrestled. As the grapple doesn't go anywhere and they break it apart. Don Fry starting to slow down a touch, perhaps conserving a low energy. Fry moves in closer, ready to attack. There's another straight right hand that lands hard. From Don Fry comes in on Kashka, looking to unleash some strikes. Looked like everybody see a shot from Kashka, but again, Fry was more aggressive, took the initiative, as there's another jab, and then a nice straight right hand that lands hard. Throws a quick punch, doesn't hit though, as Kashka clinches, looking to muscle up against the ropes. He does so, now Fry is pinned. Halfway point, using his wrestling to prevent Kashka from attacking with dirty boxing. Tries to use dirty boxing against Fry, but his opponent's wrestling skills prevent any damage from happening. As Fry using wrestling to prevent any strikes from being launched. As Fry using his wrestling skills to prevent Kashka from attacking with the dirty boxing. As Kashka tries to use some dirty boxing, but again, Fry using wrestling to nullify any potential damage. Fry waits for Kashka to try and throw some strikes, as quickly turns him, creating enough separation to where he can escape from the ropes. Now TK starting to breathe a little heavier, so is Don Fry. There's a nice jab and a big right hand, as Fry looking confident, shortening the range and looking to strike. There's a left jab and scores the right cross. Don Fry's really getting blown up there, and there's a crunching straight right to the jaw, and he knocks him out. Was waiting for the moment he knocked him out. He finally got it there before the 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in the first round. Don Fry really doing a great job. 16-5. He's really been, so far he's 5-4 in Pride FC. He's obviously will go on a 3-fight winning streak, and then I think he just so far his thing has really been consistency. Has been his thing, but he has definitely the power to really make some upsets there in that second round. I would watch out for Don Fry. As giving thanks, Don Fry praises his team at Minnesota Martial Arts Academy, his favorite sponsor, and the fans who came out to support him. Don Fry says that it was a tough fight and gives a show of respect to Tsuyoshi Kashka is charismatic. He is charismatic, and that helps him being benefited in interviews as the king of the streets. Marco Oos taking on Rico Suave Rodriguez. 14-8-2, 15-4. Rico Rodriguez, 20 years old, 6'3", 255. As Marco Oos, 6'1", 215. Again, smaller fighter, has had the advantage so far, but now for the first time, betting lines have it at 240 plus 190. Fucking Marco Oos, 45 years old. This man is old as hell, and he's fighting this heavyweight Grand Prix. Has at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Staten Island, New York, 14-8-2, 15-4. Who's Valley Tudo, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, obviously Who's Valley Tudo, Lions Den for the camps. As let's see what happens here. As refereeing this bout, Iwan Takayama as our judges. As Rodriguez has at least 40 pounds on him, but that hasn't been the advantage so far this night. Maybe this will be the turn of that. They touch gloves. Well, Don Fry did knock out TK, so he was bigger than his opponent. Looked there about to see a shot from Rodriguez, but Hoos was more aggressive, took the initiative. There's a jab lands from Hoos. Rodriguez avoids the kick to the body as the setup. As Rodriguez appeared to be going in for a takedown, but Hoos took the initiative first. Zeus lands a left hand and then hits Rodriguez a straight right. Rodriguez comes in with a takedown and couldn't complete the single leg. Does end up standing and hopping, holding a leg while Hoos hops in place. Tries to move against the ropes. Now he's got looking for the leg sweep. He does so. There's an outside leg sweep. There's a Hoos takes him down as Hoos is on the ground. He takes the back off the takedown as Rodriguez has got both hooks in, looking for the rear naked choke. Stops the arm from getting underneath the chin. He's going to be there for the next 8 minutes unless he pulls the hooks free. As it's over. It's over. As Rodriguez flattens Hoos with a rear naked choke. As man, these fights have been going by super fucking fast. I can't believe it. Like, this has been, for the amount of fights we've had on this card, and we're almost just under 40 minutes in, this has been crazy. As Rico Rodriguez gives a name check to everyone at Lions Den, all of his favorite sponsors, and then all his friends, family, and supporters. He's asked who he'd like to face next. He answers that Gary Goodrich would be someone he'd like to compete against. So speaking of Gary Goodrich, we got Gary Big Daddy Goodrich taking on the boa constrictor, Alexei Olynyk. Gary Goodrich, 40 years old, 14-14, has been one of my favorites so far in this save. I think as far as his performances have been fucking crazy. He can knock anybody out in like 14 seconds, or he can lose in, like all of his fights from June of 2000, or January 2000, when we started this save, all of his fights have ended in the first round but one, and that was against Igor in the finals. We're not in the finals, but at the final show, rather. He has had good and great fights pretty much throughout the years, besides the first ever fight, which was rated decent. He's just been someone that I've thoroughly enjoyed watching, I guess, watching through text, but hopefully here, I am hoping for a win for Gary Goodrich, because he's just fucking awesome. I think if there's, for the first ever heavyweight Grand Prix, I would love to see him go in the second round, just for the respect I've had for his performances as the boa constrictor. Alexei Olynyk, the one man who's had the twister. So this is just one of my favorite moments from this series has been the Alexei Olynyk twister on Gilbert Yavel. That was just so awesome. That fight was just nuts. As 20 years old is Alexei Olynyk, 40 years old is Gary Goodrich, 6'3", 245, 6'1", 230. Moscow, Russia. Ontario, Canada for Gary Goodrich, 14-14, 16-7. Freestyle style of Gary Goodrich. Sambo Judo for Alexei Olynyk. Hammer House, Red Devil Sport. -200, -260, so Gary Goodrich is the underdog, but that has not stopped him before. Taking the Gumos, our referee, our ringside judges. Here we go. Round one begins. They touch gloves. Punch from Goodrich fails to land. As Alexei takes a chance, shoots in on Goodrich. Great sprawl from Goodrich, prevents the takedown. As he fails to find home his jab, but he scores with the right cross. Lennox gets a hold of Goodrich, tries to lock his legs around the waist, trying to pull him down the floor. It's successful as Goodrich gets sucked down into his guard. Now looking for the triangle choke. Goodrich blocks it. In guard, Goodrich is content to just throw a couple punches to the body. Goodrich gets pulled in tight, takes a couple of sharp punches to the side of the face. This keeps Alexei Olynyk guessing with a few quick strikes. In guard, Goodrich throws a couple of punches designed to keep him guessing. As he secures an arm, tries to ensure that Goodrich gets a triangle choke. Nope, it doesn't let Olynyk get it, though. As fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Fires off a few punches. Securing an arm, again looking for a triangle choke. And again, Goodrich blocks it. They stand him back up. As Olynyk may have been setting up the show, but Goodrich aggressively took the initiative. There was a punch, but Alexei Olynyk was equal to it. Halfway point in the first round. Again, looking for a takedown. Again, Goodrich just doing a great job, but fair fuck to Alexei Olynyk, who's just done a tremendous job of pushing the tempo of this fight. Now he's got, with the ropes trapping Goodrich, Olynyk looks for the trip takedown. He uses a nice inside leg trip as Goodrich is forced to pull guard. Trying to pass the guard. He does so, past the half guard. As now the punches down on Goodrich, but they're easy taking on the gloves. Pounds with right hands, but doesn't do much damage. As loads some big right hands, but Goodrich is able to deal with most of them. Now he's trying to pass half guard. He's got, he gets past half guard, gaining side control. There's a knee strike just above the hip there. Fires off a handful of punches, trying to catch his breath. Minute left in the first round, throws a few weak-looking punches, decides the next move. Looking to get mount. He gives up his back instead, looking for the rear naked choke. He stops the chin, stops there from getting underneath the chin. And now for the second time in Gary Goodrich's Pride FC so far in the series, he fights in the second round. Alexei Olynyk did his damnedest to try to win that fight, with a lot of the rear naked chokes and triangles, but Gary Goodrich just would not be fooled into a submission, as a punch from Goodrich fails to land. Alexei Olynyk shoots in for the takedown. He almost gets away with him, but not quite. He's left hopping while Olynyk gets hold of a leg, tries to pick against the ropes. As he's pressed up against the ropes, he simply cannot break the control that Alexei Olynyk has over him. As 30 seconds passes with the two opponents pressed up against close and exchanging short punches to the body and side of the head. Unable to get free, Goodrich is smothered against the ropes. Next, they remain there for the next minute or so, just hitting each other with short punches from that position. Passing the halfway mark, Alexei Olynyk looks to try and maintain control via his wrestling skills, but Goodrich works in space so they can pull clear and circle out. Goodrich is still moving well, but is definitely breathing a little deeper now. Olynyk is slowing down just a little as he starts to get into the gas tank a bit. As he can't connect the Sapp strikes, and he scores the right cross that lands hard. There's another straight right hand from Goodrich, and a third fucking straight right. Olynyk shoots in looking for the takedown. He's got it now, and it's a single leg as Goodrich has to pull guard. He's like 2 for 6 on takedowns, probably, if I had to guess. Looking for a leg lock. As Goodrich stops Olynyk from applying it and keeping the guard tight. Looking for a leg lock again, maintaining a tight, secure guard. And that is the end of the fight. Man, sucks because Gary Goodrich is starting to land a lot of big shots, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think unanimous decision for Alexei Olynyk will be it is the first decision of the night so far for the heavyweight Grand Prix, as Alexei Olynyk wins, advancing to the next round. So thanks everyone connected to the Red Devil support for helping me prepare for the fight, and the sponsors for supporting him financially. So Texas Crazy Horse, Heath Herring taking on Rafael Carino, 19-7, 10-1. Rafael Carino, great record there. 28 years old, 32 years old, 6'8", 245, a giant man. It's not often you see Texas Crazy Horse, so Heath Herring, being the smaller of the two men in this fight, it's wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But Heath Herring, I think, surprisingly, though, has not really done a lot of damage standing up-wise, but we'll see what happens. As Greg Jackson's mixed martial arts, Nova Yeno, as I think that's how you pronounce that, I don't know, as minus 280 for Heath Herring, plus 220 for Rafael Carino. As, and I skipped to the end. Oh, God, as Texas Crazy Horse won by split decision. Damn, I thought for sure. I looked down on my phone for a second, and when I did that, I hit skip to the end instead of Dex. So, Texas Crazy Horse wins. Looks like it was a shit fight. Let's just look at the fight metrics here. I thought we can already look at it there. I mean, looks like just Rafael Carino was just pushing the pace a lot. He was 1 for 7 on takedowns. He did land more shots. He got the takedowns, really landing a lot of shots in the second round. Yeah, I mean, he did have a better second round. Yeah, that's a tough one. Tough one to call. But yeah, I mean, Texas Crazy Horse getting the win. It's rated poor. Guess we're happy that at least it wasn't an exciting fight or anything. It's either things everyone connected to Greg Jackson's mixed martial arts, having him prepare for the fight, and the sponsors supporting him financially. Heath Herring says that he can't believe that all the judges didn't award him the win, so he felt like he was the clear winner. Wouldn't go that far. As the babyface assassin, Josh Barnett taking on the Zen Machine, Mario Sparrow, as 16-6 for Josh Barnett, 15-3 for Mario Sparrow, as obviously Brazil for Mario Sparrow, Seattle, Washington for Josh Barnett, 28 years old, 39 years old, 6'3", 250, 6'2", 215, so, he's going to have a bit of a weight advantage, obviously. Well, Josh Barnett has catch wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, no team for Josh Barnett, Damian Maya Jiu-Jitsu for Mario Sparrow, minus 400, plus 300, on the betting lines. As let's see what happens. The refereeing for this bout, the Takayama. Ringside judges. Size difference is clear for all to see as Barnett looks to have at least 35 pounds heavier than Mario Sparrow. That's a big advantage. Fight begins. Sparrow warily circling, looking for the opening he needs to initiate some grappling. Barnett throws a quick punch, doesn't land it though. That takes the chance and grabs Barnett into a clinch with Sparrow, looking to take him down. He doesn't get it though. Barnett stops the attempted trip and using his wrestling to take control of the grapple. Now he's looking to just muscle him against the ropes. He does so. He's just gonna smother him now. There's a knee strike to the ribs. As goes to use some dirty boxing, but Sparrow was aware of the danger, using the wrestling to prevent any damage from happening. Barnett catches Sparrow with a knee strike to the ribs from the clinch. He's pressed up against the ropes. Barnett is aiming to get Sparrow into a Muay Thai clinch. Doesn't let him be caught into the clinch, though, as Mario is, again, using his wrestling to prevent any damage from happening in the dirty boxing. As although pressed against the ropes, Sparrow hits a few small punches to the ribs. Barnett goes to use some dirty boxing, but Mario is aware of the danger again for like the third time. There's few short punches to the ribs from Mario. Now, finally, Takayama is going to bring him back to the center. Circling again is Mario. Is looking for a chance to shoot getting close. Barnett throws a punch, but Mario avoids it. Moves in fast, clinches with Barnett. Looking for the takedown here. He's looking to just sweep him. Blocks it, does Barnett. Now he's got control of it. Now I'm trying to get him in the Muay Thai clinch. Doesn't manage it, though, as Mario slips out of the grapple and gets away. As Barnett fails to find home his jab, but it hits a nice straight right hand that lands hard. As he connects with the jab, but misses the big right hand. Lands a left jab, misses the big right. Halfway point in the first round now, as Barnett moves in on Mario, preparing to throw. As he can't connect with a jab, but he hits Mario with a crunching right hook. And he is immediately covering up, does Mario Sparrow, as tries to retreat. Only to end up against the hooks. He is dazed, aiming to get into the Muay Thai clinch. Mario somehow fights it off, albeit dazed. I think he was just fighting for his life at that point. As he clears his head, circles away from the ropes, back to the center we go. As a jab lands from Barnett, as Mario avoids the low kick that was the setup. As Barnett moves in on Mario, preparing the throw. There's a jab, hits something, hits a body kick. Josh Barnett really showing off really his range standing-wise. I think that's a great job. As Barnett hits a left hand, but the big right hand to the body fails to find the target. Now he's slowing down just a little as he's starting to get into the gas tank. It looked like he wants to grapple, but the threat of getting it is keeping him from rushing in. As there's a left hand and there's a big right hand. As the jab is wide, and then he catches Mario the low kick to the front leg. There's a nice jab and another beauty of a straight right. As Barnett is studying his opponent, looking pretty relaxed and confident at this point. There's a left jab, and he misses the vicious right hand. There's a left jab and a right hand that lands hard. There's a left jab and a right hook to the ribs. Barnett just doing a tremendous job. Mario isn't rushing in, worried about potentially getting in if he gets close enough to grapple. There's a left hand and a roundhouse kick to the body. Minute left in the first round, moves in closer, ready to attack. There's a left jab, but it finds nothing but air on the big right. There's a quick punch, doesn't land it though. Seizing that chance, Barnett is seized into a clinch by Mario, looking for the trip. And again, he's not going to get that trip takedown. Looking for the Muay Thai clinch again, he's got it. And that's the end of the round. Finally, when he got that Muay Thai clinch, did Josh Barnett, but it's the end of the round. All Josh Barnett, he's done a tremendous job standing that I'm shocked to see. He's doing leg kicks, he's doing body shots, just doing a tremendous job. As right out of the gate in the second round, there's a nice jab and then a straight right hand that lands hard. As it looked like we were going to see a step in and grapple, did Mario, but Barnett took the initiative first. There's a left jab, and he misses the vicious right hand. The deep breath portray that Barnett's starting to get into the deeper reaches of the gas tank now. Steps in looking to unleash. Mayman aiming to get close to Mario, but again, Barnett more aggressive. As he fails to find home his jab, but he lands a roundhouse kick to the body. As the comedy moves in closer and throws some strikes. There's a left jab, but he can't connect with the head kick. It's appeared to be going to try and get in close, but Barnett took the initiative. There's a nice jab and then another straight right. That was just a beauty of a shot. Connects with the jab, misses the big right. Doesn't look like he has much left in the tank, this Josh Barnett. But at least, at this point, he just can't get caught with a submission or a takedown or anything like that. Well, not really a takedown, but just can't get caught in a submission. There's a nice jab and a right cross, because definitely standing-wise, he is just fucking up Mario. There's a punch, but Sparrow avoids it. Gets close enough to clinch, as Mario attempts to trip Barnett to the ground. It's unsuccessful again. Barnett maintaining a good solid base. Looking for the trip again, and again, Barnett stops it, and then takes control of the grapple. Looking to force a Muay Thai clinch. Can't manage it, though, and ends up being out-wrestled in the grapple. Looking for the legs trip. Oh, and he gets it! Finally, with 42 seconds left, he gets taken out by a quick inside leg trip. And will it be enough to stop anything? But Barnett pulls him in close and hits him with a short, sharp punch to the side of the head. So even from the bottom, Barnett's doing some damage. That's the end of the fight, and you're winning the decision, Josh Barnett. Good little fight, though. I mean, Mario, at least, he was taking a lot of shots. He landed a lot of powerful shots, but he was just only dazed. Was not knocked down, ever. Josh Barnett going to the second round. Name checks his sponsors, and he thanks all of his fans for trying to support him. It says it was a tough fight, gives the show respect to Mario Sparrow. Now to Big Ben Rothwell, taking on Pedro the Rock Hizzo. Ben Rothwell at 8-3. Pedro Hizzo at 13-5. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. 32 years old, 25 years old. Big Ben Rothwell at 8-3. He's won 2 straight. He's beaten Kazuchika Vegeta and Tom Erickson. Whereas Pedro Hizzo at 13-5 has he beat Greg Wicken back in March, and then Greg went on a hiatus. But he's lost to Sergey Korotneroff, Andre Arlovsky. He's beaten Mark Kerr, which we won't have to worry about that because he's not going to face him in this Grand Prix. He's lost to Simba Shillette. I can't wait till we get Simba Shillette back. It sucks that he's over in UFC. And he's lost. He had the shitty, shouldn't have been doctor's decision for him beating Ice Cold Igor. But this should be a hell of a fight, though. Kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, roof sport, who's Vale Tudo, minus 280 for Pedro Hizzo, plus 220 for Ben Rothwell. Hideki Nagumo's our referee, our ringside judges. As Pedro Hizzo got at least 35, is giving up at least 35 pounds to Ben Rothwell. Fight begins, they touch gloves. Rothwell aggressively coming forward, willing to risk getting hit so they can grapple. Connects with a jab, but Rothwell avoids the kick to the body as the setup. Without taking too much damage, Rothwell's able to clinch with Hizzo, looking at the muscle against the ropes. He does so, as now he leans all of that weight up against Hizzo, up against the ropes. 30 seconds elapse with very little happening other than occasional short punches and some posturing. It isn't pretty, but Rothwell allows Hizzo stuck up against the ropes. Again, he's just going to stay there the whole entire fucking time. Thank God Hideki Nagumo separates him. So Rothwell comes forward willing to take a few shots. It gets close enough to wrestle. As Hizzo hits a left jab and scores with a right cross, the lands hard. Closes the distance, obviously looking to strike. There's a jab. Rothwell avoids the big right. Lands a jab and then catches Rothwell with a roundhouse kick to the body. Takedown 10 for Rothwell. Rothwell gets a hold of the leg, but Hizzo remains standing, remains hopping on the other foot. Uses that position to drive Hizzo up against the ropes. Halfway point now. Rothwell again smothering him against the ropes. He's just going to do that the whole fucking time. Dirty box each other at that range for the next 60 seconds or so. Again, Hideki Nagumo has to break it up. As Rothwell comes forward, willing to take a few shots as long as he gets close enough to wrestle. As there's a nice jab and a beauty of a straight right, as it may have been setting up to shoot, but Hizzo again took the initiative. There's a left jab. Rothwell avoids the big right. Fails home his jab, but then catches Rothwell with a hard low kick to the front leg. Another low kick to the front leg as he misses that jab as well. Seizing the chance, grabs Hizzo into a clinch. Trying to muscle him against the ropes. He does, man, he's just going to stay there the whole fucking time. But it looked like he was going to try to maintain that control, but Hizzo works enough separation to pull clear and circle out. There's a jab and hits Rothwell with a high right head kick. Somehow has not even been dazed by these shots. I feel like Hizzo's really fucking him up with these strikes, but Rothwell keeps on eating them. It's a jab is wide from Hizzo, then he lands the big right hand. 60 seconds now as Rothwell aggressively moves in, risking taking strikes for a chance to get some grappling started. Can't connect with the setup strikes. It hits a nice right hook to the ribs. As again, without taking too much damage, Rothwell comes in looking for the clinch. He does so now, kind of trying to control him against the ropes. And they're just going to remain there for the... Oh no, never mind. As he wrestles free and circles back, fails to find home his jab, and hits Rothwell with a crunching right hook to end out the round. Man, it sucks because you're looking at the strikes and you're looking at kind of what's going on. It looks like Ben Rothwell's winning this fight. But I wouldn't say Pedro Hizzo's winning it. Like, he's landing a lot of big shots. He's doing a great job doing his thing. He's only Ben Rothwell's been doing is just, like, keeping up against the ropes and just staying there, putting all of his weight on him. As the second round now, right out of the gate, Hizzo hits a left jab and a beauty of a straight right. Can't connect the step, strikes, scores the right cross, and there is a gash just underneath the eye of Ben Rothwell. As Rothwell gets a hold of Hizzo, trying to wrestle against the ropes. Ends up with his back against the ropes. He's pressed up against the ropes and simply cannot break the control that Rothwell has over him. As a full minute elapses, very little happening other than a short punch and some posturing, showing his ability to exert control again. Rothwell just smothering him. Mainly there for the next minute, just with short punches, showing his ability to, again, break it up. Come on. As they spend the next minute in that position, hitting each other with short punches to the body and the side of the head. Finally, they break it up. With a minute left, Rothwell starting to slow down, touch perhaps conserving a little energy, so is Pedro Hizzo. Final minute left in the round, and in the fight, Rothwell shoots him with a takedown. It's a great sprawl, steps away. Can't connect step strikes. There's a low kick to the legs. looking for a chance. He's looking to take him down the ground. Stops it, does Hizzo, but that's the end of the fight. I don't think it's going to be enough. Don't think it's enough. I would give it to him if I was the judge, but we'll see what happens. Oh, they all three gave it to him. All right, that was the right decision. I was pretty bummed. I thought Rothwell was going to win. I didn't think he deserved that win. Happy Pedro Hizzo did, because he was fucking him up with shots. He was stopping all the takedowns. He was doing a great job. A big win there, as giving thanks to Pedro Hizzo, praises his team at Who's Valley 2. That's very responsive to the fans who came out supporting Pedro Hizzo says it was a tough fight and gives a show of respect to Ben Rothwell. It's now Alistair the Demolition Man Overeem taking on Tim the Maniac Silva. 6'8", 265, 6'5", 240. Two ginormous men battling it out. Tim Silva 9-0, has not lost yet. Alistair Overeem 9-4. As in the Netherlands, Benidorm, Iowa, Muay Thai, Boxing, Wrestling, Golden Glory, Roof Sport, minus 340, plus 270. That's going to be a crazy fucking fight. So the last 16 spots in the Pride FC Heavyweight Grand Prix is up next, of course. As for the second round, let's see who advances. Iwan Takawa is our referee, our ringside judges, as Silva has probably at least 25 pounds on him, which, listen, they say it's a major disadvantage for all these fighters that are, got the, don't have all that weight on them. But so far, they seem to have had the advantage on this card. The fight begins, they engage in the center. There's a left hand from Overeem. There's a couple of jabs on a right cross from Silva. Exchange of strikes happens right in the center of the ring, but nothing really comes of it. The two fighters engage. There's a spin kick to the body. There's a jab and also a nice right hook. As, Overeem might be in real trouble here. He's backing off, but really looks unsteady on his feet. As Silva pounces and smashes Overeem with a big right hand. Down he goes. There's a knockdown from Till. Silva moves in quickly, trying to finish Overeem with stomps and kicks. It's not fast enough, though, as Overeem's already back up. They stand and trade in the center of the ring. Neither fighter gives or takes any real damage. They beat in the center ring. Starts as Overeem misses the big right hand, but then off bounces, allowing Silva to tackle the jab and a great right hook. Silva now acknowledging some instructions with the corner, relaxed head nod there. They engage. There's a left jab from Silva, but misses the low kick. As Overeem hits the jab and also nails the right cross. Two fighters stand trade strikes. Neither can land a significant blow in the exchange. They come together and strike. Misses the right hook, again leaving himself wide open for the counter with a couple of jabs that are followed by a right cross. Come together and strike. Overeem misses the right hook, as shows his great movement there as he avoids the roundhouse kick to the ribs. The two fighters engage as it counters the left kick, counters a leg kick rather, tipped with the right cross to Silva. They engage in the center. Overeem misses the right hook, gets countered with a nice left hand. They come together and strike. Silva misses the right cross, leaves himself wide open to be countered as Overeem comes in with a kick to the lead leg. Halfway point, they meet in the center. Dodges the right hand and counterattacks with a quick kick. Two fighters come forward and engage. Silva lands a left jab and has his right hand absorbed on the gloves. Displaying tight boxing skills. Again, Overeem hits a three-punch combination, ends with a right cross. Moves forward as they move and engage. Overeem misses the left jab and also fails on the hook to the body. As Silva throws two punches, but Overeem has a good guard, absorbs all of them with ease. Two fighters come forward and engage. Overeem is off target with a left jab, lands a spin kick, scores the jab, also a nice right hook to Silva. Now taking a few gulps of breath. Silva's giving a first hint they're starting to tire touch. They stand and trade, but all the shots are either off target or safely dealt with. They engage in the center. As Silva scores a left hook to the side of the body. Overeem quickly throws four punches. Three of them land, but has a right hook blocked. The exchange of blows comes and goes without either fighter really landing anything significant. Both fighters move in and engage. Overeem hits a jab, also lands a low kick. Silva scores with a brace of jabs, can't hit the right cross though, and they move forward to engage. Overeem misses a couple of jabs, but hits a good right hand. Silva scores with a jab and also a good right hand. They come together and engage. Overeem scores with one punch out of a sudden Floyd misses the big right hand. He lands a left jab. Can't hit the right cross though. Starting to slow down a touch, perhaps conserving a low energy. The two combatants meet in the center of the ring. They start to strike. Silva misses the right cross, leaves himself wide open for a count. Overeem attacks with a wicked right head kick, and he knocks him down. Unbelievable. He quickly pounces, looking to rain down punches on the stunned Silva. Can he get the finish before the bell rings? Oh, he's struggling with the shots. Oh, he gets saved by the bell. What a fucking first round that was. So that's going to be a tough one to call. I'm going to give that one to Alistair Overeem. I think he landed more shots. They're 1-1 on knockdowns, but I feel like, at least, he's done the most damage, and he's landed the most shots. But that's a hell of a fight, though. This has been a crazy, crazy fight. See what happens in the second round. Yeah, that was nuts. As last round two begins, a quick exchange of strikes does not produce any damage. They exchange in the center. Silva scores the jab but can't connect with the right head kick, as there's a fucking right head kick that did some damage, and Silva backs off until pressed against the ropes and covers up, clearly rocked. Overeem immediately advances, sensing that there's a chance to end the fight right there, looking to get the Muay Thai clinch. He does so, as a very dazed Tim Silva is about to get fucked up. Well, so we thought. There's a knee strike, but Silva blocks it, and now he's wrestled his way out of the Muay Thai clinch. Overeem hits a left jab, and also has a left roundhouse kick to the body. Silva uses the left jab and comes up short on the body kick. As Overeem lands a left jab, it has the right hand blocked. Silva finds a good angle, lands a nice 1-2, stepping in strike. Silva misses the right hook and gets countered with a jab and a leg kick that misses. As their exchange of strikes relatively close range, so nothing really lands. They come together and strike. Silva hits a 2-punch combination, a quick left and a straight right. Overeem doesn't connect with the left jab, but nails the right cross. They exchange a few strikes, but nothing significant lands. Fighters, both of whom look very tired, fall into a ragged clinch. Silva's trying to push Overeem so his back is against the ropes. He does so. Now he's got him stuck there for the next minute or so. Trying to keep Overeem up against the ropes, but Overeem works enough separation to slip out and back to the center. We get a little fatigue, maybe creeping in. Overeem is starting to move noticeably more slower. Silva appears to be feeling a little fatigue for the first time as well. His hands are starting to lower just a fraction. Both fighters step in. Silva hits a left cross. Overeem nails a vicious right cross, and there's a knockout right before the end of the second round. And the ending of the fight, we have a knockout win for Alistair Overeem, and our first loss for Tim the Maniac Silva. Is 10-4 is Alistair Overeem. He'll be joining his brother in the second round of the Heavyweight Grand Prix. What a fucking fight that was. Unbelievable. So Alistair Overeem gives a name check to everyone at Golden Glory, all of his various sponsors, and all of his family, and to all his friends, family, and supporters. Alistair Overeem oozing confidence as he's able to knock out anyone and brags about putting Tim Silva out. I mean, that should, though. That's a hell of a knockout. It's now Pete Williams taking on Roman Savaca. It's Dallas, Texas, Russia, 21-7, 21-9. Submission Wrestling, Sambo, Lions Den, Red Devil Sport, -190, +150, 27, so 30 years old, 6'3", 235, 6'3", 240. So almost mere, it's very, very similar. These two are, as far as records are somewhat close. The age is somewhat close. The height, obviously, only 5 pounds difference between the two. This should be a hell of a fight. Sadeka Naguma is a referee. Our ringside judges. Fight begins. They touch gloves. Stepping in, Williams aggressively gets a dominant position, looking to wrestle Roman to the ground. He does so. The takedown's complete, and Roman's on his back. Fouls off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Williams throws a few strikes without venom. As Roman pulls Williams close and scores a couple of short punches to the side of the head. Attempts to pass guard. Williams allows the pass, but it was only a ploy, or fucking Roman allows the pass, but it's just a ploy that allows him to try to scramble. Scramble somehow results in Roman underneath Williams in north-south position. There's a short knee strike to the side of the head. Loses positional control momentarily and allows Williams to allows Roman to scramble. Roman ends up having to pull half guard and losing out on the scramble. Williams pounds away on Roman, but can't land anything significant as Roman tries to get full guard on Williams, but doesn't get any of the attempt as Williams looks to get past half guard. As Roman was ready for the scramble, though, as the scramble starts, Williams ends up in side control. There's pounds away, but Roman struggles to deal with him, as Roman now turns and gives up his back in a desperate effort to avoid the strikes. Now he's got both hooks in, looking for the rear naked choke. Roman fights it off, looking for the rear naked choke again. He fights it off, tries to pull free of the hooks, but he can't do it. He tries to pound on Roman, but all the blows are commonly dealt with. Keeps hitting the shot. There's some big right hands. Roman covers them up well, though. There's some more right hands, but again, Roman deals with them comfortably. Fires off with some punches. Does low in the way of damage. Does low in the way of damage again. Attempts to pull free of the hooks, but again, can't allow it. There's some more right hands. As he's struggling against Williams, but he cannot get himself free of the hooks, is Roman. Pounds away, and Roman again calmly deals with them. He's trying everything. It is not working out. Hacking is in trouble with the strikes. Round 1 ends, and that is all Pete Williams. See what happens in the second round. Seeing his opponent about to shoot in, Williams times it up well, starts moving in for a clinch, push him against the ropes, but Roman doesn't let himself be driven back to the ropes, rather, as tries to wrestle backwards up against the ropes. He can't move in there. Roman doing a great job so far, just stopping a lot, looking for a slam. He gets it. Fucking Roman slamming Pete Williams, ends up in guard. Now looking to pass guard. Inside control, doesn't have enough time to secure it before Williams starts scrambling. Scramble sees Williams up first. He grabs him, tries to put him up against the ropes. He does so now, as he's trying to, but Roman again gets the ropes, wrestles free, circles back to the center, steps in looking to get some grappling started as Pete Williams trying to wrestle Roman up against the ropes. He does so, got him pinned there, trapped up against the ropes, unable to get free. Next 30 seconds sees them doing very little, the occasional short punch to the body. As Roman backed against the ropes, he can't really do much at that, thanks to the control that Williams is exerting. They, next minute or so, see them exchange close quarter dirty boxing, as Pete Williams tries to keep him up against the ropes, but again, Roman works enough space and separation to slip out. Back to the center we go. Williams is still moving well, but is definitely breathing a little deeper now. As they have a minute left in the fight, they meet in the center. Roman misses the jab and also doesn't find the mark on the right hook. Williams has a right hand block. They meet in the center, start to strike. Flurry of activity, but neither fighter can really land a telling strike. Doesn't find the mark on the right hook. Doesn't connect the left jab. Has a right hand also blocked. They meet in the center, and again they start to strike. Hits a jab, doesn't find the mark on the right hook. Does Roman. Misses the left jab, but launches the right head kick that did some damage. And he has rocked by that last shot. He's backing up, and he is covering up against the ropes. He's looking very unsteady. He gets saved by the bell. It's definitely Pete Williams won that one. If it was a question, definitely that head kick definitely gave him the edge. For sure. Just a unanimous decision win for Pete Williams. 22-7 now. 21-10 will be Roman. Savaca. Pete Williams thanks everyone connected to the Lions then for having prepared for the fight. His sponsors and for supporting him financially. He says he has a lot of respect for Roman Savaca and praises his team and praises his toughness rather. As what a co-main event this is. Sergey Korotneroff, Fedor Emelianenko. Two of the best Russian heavyweights in the world, battling it out in the co-main event. 6'4", 240, 6', 230, 29 years old is Fedor, 25 years old is Sergey Korotneroff, 12-1, Sergey Korotneroff, 10-2, Fedor Emelianenko. Fedor's 2 losses came to Big Nog. First one in Brazil, he got robbed in Brazil. There was a lot of people's feelings on that, and then he lost, I think it was a rear naked choke, if I remember correctly. No, it was an armbar. Armbar was the decision for, was how he took the fall there. Sergey Korotneroff lost to in M1 in October 2002 to Cyril Ibati, as he's beaten Josh Barnett, he's beaten Pedro Hizzo, he's beaten Mark Coleman, and Tsuyoshi Kashka. So, I mean, 3 of those men have already qualified for this heavyweight Grand Prix. So that just kind of shows you that, I mean, this is going to be huge. I mean, these are 2 men, whoever wins this could very well go on to win the whole goddamn thing. Just unbelievable. Sambo, obviously 2 Sambo specialists, Team Avistian, Red Devil Sport. Let's just get this thing. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Refereeing this bout, Big John McCarthy, our ringside judges for this one. Here we go. Korotneroff Drillovy does not touch gloves to start it off. Alright, no Russian bride there. As both fighters meet in the center, Fedor misses the left jab and scores with the right hook. Korotneroff misses the jab and also doesn't find the mark on the right hook. Setting it up well, Fedor shoots him with a takedown. Sergey almost stops the takedown, but is left hopping on one leg, while Fedor has to hold the other one. Now it's just trying to push him up against the ropes. Nakamura suplex, he gets it. That's a big-ass suplex. Manages to pull guard off of it. In guard, Fedor works to pass to side control. Finds himself being unable to pass guard on this attempt. Korotneroff tries to catch Fedor with a punch, but it's off target. As unloads some right hands, but Korotneroff deals with him comfortably, trying to sweep Fedor, but he can't do it. In guard, just throwing a couple punches to the body. Trying to sweep him again, Fedor doesn't allow it. I mean, he's gets to half guard, so he went from full... he goes from full guard to half guard. He is just... Sergey's doing a great job making him struggle for everything, as Fedor's starting to try to work out a half guard and get in a better position. As he was ready for the pass, though, with Sergey's scramble begins. Scramble sees Fedor first, only see him be grabbed and wrestled against the ropes. So Sergey looking to now take him down to the mat. He does so, and takedown successful. He's got side control, too. That's a great job there halfway in the first round now. Looking to catch his breath, Sergey just condensed still a couple punches to the body. There's a few strikes, but it's clearly just slowing things down so he can catch his breath. Fedor trying to pull guard on Korotneroff, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Sergey throws a few strikes, but it's clearly just slowing things down so he can catch his breath. Fedor tries to move to guard, but Korotneroff doesn't allow it. Big John McCarthy stands him back up. As moving forward constantly, Fedor is pressuring Korotneroff, as there's a counter left hand from Sergey. Fedor throws some strikes and a kick to the body, but Sergey avoided all of that. Korotneroff connects with a jab, avoids the low kick. That is the setup for Fedor, that Fedor did, as Fedor moves in on Sergey, preparing the throw. May have been setting up to shoot, but Fedor aggressively took the initiative. Fedor threw some strikes and a fast leg kick, but Korotneroff was equal to all of them. There's exchange strikes at relatively close range. Nothing really lands, though. Fedor comes in looking to strike. There's a weak, tentative jab. Fedor throws a quick 1-2, but doesn't land either blow. They come together and strike, but neither fighter does any damage. Fighters go toe-to-toe with strikes, but neither land anything significant in exchange. It looked like they were about to see a shot from Korotneroff, but Fedor was more aggressive and took the initiative. He can't hit the set left jab, but he hits a nice straight right hand. There's a quick punch, doesn't land though. It's able to grab Sergey, but that's the end of the round anyways. That's a tough one to call, as Sergey did a great job with his takedown. It really was doing great stuff out of side control. Fedor, he's getting outstriked. He's 1 for 2 on takedowns, 1 for 1. It's tough. It's going to be a tough one to call. Hopefully someone has a dominant second round to make this a whole lot easier, because someone's probably going to get fucked out of a fucking decision. Final round now. Korotneroff throws a punch, but Fedor was equal to it. As with a clear opportunity, Fedor is able to move in fast clinch with Sergey. Sergey wrestles himself in a dominant position in the grapple. Sergey hits Fedor with a knee strike to the body as they grapple, trying to wrestle Fedor backwards up against the ropes. Fedor ends up backed against the ropes. There's a takedown, and successful too, as Sergey has side control. Inside control, Sergey catches his breath, continues to throw a couple punches to the body. Sergey blocks Fedor as he tries to transition the guard, throws some small strikes. It's clearly just taking a moment to catch his breath. Fedor tries to pull guard on Sergey, but again, doesn't get any with the attempt. We move into the second half of the second round here. Sergey fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Fedor tries to transition the guard, but he can't manage it. Korotneroff fires off a handful of punches, but they aren't thrown with any great force. Looking to catch his breath, Sergey is again continues to throw a couple of punches to the body. Fedor tries to pull guard on Korotneroff, but doesn't get any with the attempt. Fires away with punches, but does a little in the way of actual damage. Fedor tries to pull guard on Korotneroff, but again doesn't get any with the attempt. And that is the end of the fight. Looks like Sergey Korotneroff wins this one. Wow, Fedor loses. As funny how in real life, when the heavyweight Grand Prix happens, this was another first round matchup, but obviously Fedor won. Just wild. And now in this alt timeline here, we have Sergey beating Fedor, 13-1. Sergey Korotneroff. What a fucking performance. I mean, I was hoping for a little bit more, but I get that it was just a stalemate. It was two equally fucking awesome men battling it out. Sergey Korotneroff thanks everyone connected to Team Vegeta for having him prepared for the fight, and then his sponsors for supporting him financially. Sergey Korotneroff gives a show of respect to his opponent. As the main event, Andre the Pitbull Arlovsky taking on Cro Cop. My God, 12-5, 7-1, 27 years old, 31 years old, 6'2", 235, 6'4", 235. Sambo boxing, kickboxing, and obviously Golden Glory, AMC Penguin. Cro Cop 7-1. That one loss to Kazuka Vegeta, Ironhead, as back at Shockwave 2002. So far, he's went on some tears. Obviously, Jerome Barner, Gary Goodrich, TK, Hideki Yoshida, Fabricio Verdum. He's knocked out a lot of fucking important people. But I don't think he's taken on anybody quite like Andre Arlovsky. Andre Arlovsky really has been just on a tear. He's beaten a lot of big names. Pedro Hizzo, Randy Couture, Josh Barnett, Pete Williams. Lost to Big Nine, lost to Fedor. And he lost to Simi Chalette, back at Bad of the Bone. I'd love to do that again. But again, Simi Chalette sadly no longer in Bright FC. As minus 520, plus 410. It just takes one head kick, though. It just takes one as our final first round matchup. Refereeing for this bout, Big John McCarthy. Ringside judges. We are underway. Cro Cop ignores the offer to touch gloves. They engage. As he misses the left cross, leaves himself to be wide open for the counter as Arlovsky comes in with a clean right hand. They meet in the center. Cro Cop counters a right hand with a right jab and a left roundhouse kick. The body doesn't connect. They meet in the center again. They misses the left hook. Leaves himself wide open to be countered with a nice right hook. They move forward and engage as Arlovsky misses the right hook and gets countered with a right jab and a kick to the lead leg. As Cro Cop slips past the right hook attempt with a right jab and a great left hook. Come together and strike. Again, slipping past the right hook attempt with a quick right jab and a right kick to the rib cage. So Arlovsky now lets a body kick sail wide and then counters a left jab and a right hook that is ducked. They meet again. Connects cleanly with the right hand, displaying tight boxing skills though. Cro Cop scores with two quick punches and then sets up a nice uppercut. And Cro Cop is on wobbly legs there. He almost fell over as he attempted to back off. Steps in looking to try to finish the fight with a scorching right hand, but Cro Cop narrowly avoids it. Two fighters come together and engage. Cro Cop slipping past the right hook and counters with a right jab and a spinning back kick that doesn't connect though. They meet in the center. Cro Cop counters with a vicious left cross and he knocks him down. Dear God, Cro Cop knows this is a golden opportunity, quickly pouncing on Arlovsky, looking to finish this fight off. And he's pounding away. Powerful shot of a pound. He did it! Fucking Cro Cop. Yes. Oh my God. Cro Cop wins. Dear God. Oh my God. Cro Cop. What a fight that was. That was perfect. That's exactly what I fucking needed. Just two men standing and trading shots. Oh my God. That was awesome. That well-deserved main event there. Cro Cop advancing to the second round, gives a name check to everyone connected, Golden Glory, all of his favorite sponsors, all of his friends, favorite supporters. He's then asked who he'd like to face next, and he answers he still wants to face Gary Goodrich in hopes that fight can be put together soon. He's already beaten him, though. I don't get that. He just beat Andre Arlovsky. Like, come on. It's a big-time fight. But what a fucking show that was. That was really a lot of fun. I was scared to death that every fight was going to be, like, going the distance. We got lucky. We got to skip this one, the poor fight. Other than that, everything was good to great and decent. There was a lot of knockouts, a lot of submissions. It was a lot of fun. What a fun card. As the Heavyweight Grand Prix, the first round is in the books. As we do have some alternates signed up, but if we can avoid them not missing out on that second show, that's going to be for the best. We could push back that show if we can. We'll just have another show take place to where forget what, I think it's Critical Countdowns the second show is going to be. I think that's what it's going to be called. I think it's Critical Countdown Absolute. Believe so. Either way, I'm hoping for, fingers fucking crossed, for everyone to be healthy, of course. It looked like everybody was going to be able to fight. It looked from just the looks of it, but we'll see. As thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for Brazilian Bushido 4.